The Supreme Discovery, the Mother, Part 2. How beautiful is this humble role of servant, the role of all who have been revealers and heralds of the God who is within all, of the divine love that animates all things. And until we can follow their example and become true servants, even as they, let us allow ourselves to be penetrated and transformed by this divine love. Let us offer Him, without reserve, this marvelous instrument, our physical organism. He shall make it yield its utmost on every plane of activity. To achieve this total self-consecration, all means are good. All methods have their value. The one thing needful is to persevere in our will to attain this goal. For then, everything we study, every action we perform, every human being we meet, all come to bring us an indication, a help, a light to guide us on the path. Before I close, I shall add a few pages for those who have already made apparently fruitless efforts, for those who have encountered the pitfalls on the way and seen the measure of their weakness, for those who are in danger of losing their self-confidence and courage. These pages, intended to rekindle hope in the hearts of those who suffer, were written by a spiritual worker at a time when ordeals of every kind were sweeping down on him like purifying flames. You who are weary, downcast, and bruised, you who fall, who think perhaps that you are defeated, hear the voice of a friend. He knows your sorrows. He has shared them. He has suffered like you from the ills of the earth. Like you, he has crossed many deserts under the burden of the day. He has known thirst and hunger, solitude and abandonment, and the cruelest of all wants, the destitution of the heart. Alas, he has known too the hours of doubt, the errors, the faults, the failings, every weakness. But he tells you, courage, hearken to the lesson that the rising sun brings to the earth with its first rays each morning. It is a lesson of hope, a message of solace. You who weep, who suffer and tremble, who dare not expect an end to your ills, an issue to your pangs, behold, there is no night without dawn, and the day is about to break when darkness is thickest. There is no mist that the sun does not dispel, no cloud that it does not gild, no tear that it will not dry one day, no storm that is not followed by its shining, triumphant bow. There is no snow that it does not melt, nor winter that it does not change into radiant spring. And for you too, there is no affliction which does not bring its measure of glory, no distress which cannot be transformed into joy, nor defeat into victory, nor downfall into higher ascension, nor solitude into radiating center of life, nor discord into harmony. Sometimes it is a misunderstanding between two minds that compels two hearts to open to mutual communion. Lastly, there is no infinite weakness that cannot be changed into strength. And it is even in supreme weakness that almightiness chooses to reveal itself. Listen, my child, you who today feel so broken, so fallen perhaps, who have nothing left, nothing to cover your misery and foster your pride. Never before have you been so great. How close to the summits is he who awakens in the depths. For the deeper the abyss, the more the heights reveal themselves. Do you not know this, that the most sublime forces of the vasts seek to array themselves in the most opaque veils of matter? Oh, the sublime nuptials of sovereign love with the obscurest plasticities of the shadows yearning with the most royal light. If ordeal or fault has cast you down, if you have sunk into the nether depths of suffering, do not grieve, for there indeed the divine love and the supreme blessing can reach you, because you have passed through the crucible of purifying sorrows. The glorious ascents are yours. You are in the wilderness. Then listen to the voices of the silence. The clamor of flattering words and outer applause has gladdened your ears, but the voices of the silence will gladden your soul and awaken within you the echo of the depths, the chant of divine harmonies. You are walking in the depths of night. Then gather the priceless treasures of the night. In bright sunshine, the ways of intelligence are lit. But in the white luminosities of the night lie the hidden paths of perfection, the secret of spiritual riches. You are being stripped of everything. That is the way towards plenitude. When you have nothing left, everything will be given to you, because for those who are sincere and true, from the worst always comes the best. Every grain that is sown in the earth produces 1,000. Every wing beat of sorrow can be a soaring towards glory. And when the adversary pursues man relentlessly, everything he does to destroy him only makes him greater. Hear the story of the worlds. Look, the great enemy seems to triumph. He casts the beings of light into the night, and the night is filled with stars. He rages against the cosmic working. He assails the integrity of the empire of the sphere, shatters its harmony, divides and subdivides it, scatters its dust to the four winds of infinity. And lo, the dust is changed into a golden seed, fertilizing the infinite and peopling it with worlds which now gravitate around their eternal center in the larger orbit of space, so that even division creates a richer and deeper unity. And by multiplying the surfaces of the material universe, enlarges the empire that it set out to destroy. Beautiful indeed was the song of the primordial sphere, cradled in the bosom of immensity. But how much more beautiful and triumphant is the symphony of the constellations, the music of the spheres, the immense choir that fills the heavens with an eternal hymn of victory. Here again, no state was ever more precarious than that of man when he was separated on earth from his divine origin. Above him stretched the hostile borders of the usurper, and at his horizon's gates watched jailers armed with flaming swords. Then, since he could climb no more to the source of life, the source arose within him. Since he could no more receive the light from above, the light shone forth at the very center of his being. Since he could commune no more with the transcendent love, that love offered itself in a holocaust and chose each terrestrial being, each human self, as its dwelling place and sanctuary. That is how, in this despised and desolate, but fruitful and blessed matter, each atom contains a divine thought. Each being carries within him the divine inhabitant. And if no being in all the universe is as frail as man, neither is any divine as he. In truth, in humiliation lies the cradle of glory. 28 April 1912. Namaste.